Sometimes the waiting is the hardest part. God had promised Abraham a family more descendants than stars, but years passed. Wrinkles deepened, hair turned gray, and the promise still felt far away. So Sarai did what many of us do when hope starts to ache. She tried to help God along. She offered her servant Hagar to Abraham, thinking this might be the way the promise would finally happen, and soon Hagar was pregnant. But instead of peace, tension filled the household. Pride, jealousy, pain until Hagar, overwhelmed and mistreated, ran into the wilderness alone. And that's where something remarkable happened. God met her there, not as a distant voice, but as a personal presence. He saw her pain. He called her by name. Hagar became the first person in Scripture to give God a name, the God who sees me. She wasn't invisible. She never was. Time moved on. God returned to Abraham this time, changing his name, sealing his promise again. And Sarah, once barren, was told she would have a child of her own. When she overheard this, she laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it felt impossible. She was old. The moment had passed. Hope had faded. But God asked a question that still echoes today. Is anything too hard for the Lord? Then, one quiet afternoon, 3 visitors arrived at Abraham's tent. He welcomed them with food and rest, and before they left, the promise was spoken again. Sarah would have a son, not someday. Not in theory, but soon. God wasn't late. He wasn't confused, and he hadn't forgotten. Genesis 16-18 reminds us that people may rush. God does not. He sees the overlooked. He hears the laughter born from pain, and he keeps his promises, even when they feel impossible. Thanks for watching Day 17 of Bible in a Year. Like, subscribe, comment, and follow for more stories told in the Bible.